Outgoing Senator Jeff Flake, RAZ, is planning to compare President Donald Trump to a tyrant who killed millions. The senator is slated to make the remarks, during which he will compare Trump to former Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin. In a series of speeches this week, he told ABC News on Sunday. Such a comparison is foolish. When you reflexively refer to the press as the enemy of the people or fake news, that has real damage. It has real damage to our standing in the world, Flake said. And I noted how bad it is for a president to take the phrase that was popularized by Joseph Stalin, the enemy of the people, to refer to the press. Naturally, it didn't take long for Flake to be called out for his over-the-top rhetoric, and each of his critics is right. Flake, who has made a name for himself by consistently rebuking Trump, is attacking the president for his intense and often overblown condemnation of the press. The irony of Flake's line of attack, though, truly cannot be overstated. He's invoking while at the same time reprimanding the same kind of hyperbolic rhetoric Trump uses against the media. Sure, Trump has an unbecoming penchant for admonishing the press, a necessary tool for freedom. After all, Thomas Jefferson once said that if he had to choose between a government without newspapers or newspapers without a government, I should not hesitate a moment to prefer the latter. But the mainstream media certainly has a liberal bent, and the knee-jerk reaction to compare Trump, as the left has done time and again, to dictators like Stalin is abhorrent and smacks of a boy who cried wolf narrative. Flake's comparison has, and will, garner a lot of attention, and perhaps that's the goal, since the claim is obviously short-sighted and not wholly informed by history. Stalin's ruthless reign led to the deaths of about 20 million people, whose lives were ended as a result of labor camps, famine, and executions, the New York Times reported. Trump, with his larger-than-life ego, definitely isn't a conservative in the traditional sense, and he clearly doesn't impress liberal politicians, several of whom have made a hobby out of trying to impeach the president, but that doesn't make him anything close to a dictator. If the Arizona senator is hoping the attack on Trump, which will likely play well with many in the press, makes him appear presidential, it's not working. Flake's Stalin comparison simply looks like an outgoing senator's attempt to garner continued attention by expending whatever political capital he has left without the ramifications of facing re-election in November. It's easy to say whatever you want, whether Democrat or Republican, when your name won't be on the ballot.